Right now on Today in New York, excitement already filling the air, and so are the balloons. We're just a few short hours away from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We are your ticket to the big celebration, bringing you all the action live this morning. And it will be a nice day for a parade. Storm Team 4 tracking a warm-up, plus the wind for the balloons. First, though, we are following developing news. A suspect opens fire and strikes 2 NYPD officers. We're live this morning with how the officers are doing and what we're learning about the suspect who was also injured. We'll get to that in a bit. But first, good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thursday, November 25th, 2021. I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Michael Gargiulo's off today, enjoying some time with his family. The ladies of Today in New York are here with us, though. We have LaRosa, Lauren Scala, tracking not a lot of traffic right now, which is good.
Right.
And some weather, which is not bad either.
Not bad for now. We do have some big changes ahead, but let's deal with now because we're a good 5, 10 plus degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday, even despite the fact that we're seeing some chilly readings. Let's start in Suffolk County, where Smithtown, you're down to 28, East Hampton, too. We've got Mount Sinai at 32 degrees. We're sitting at about 40 at Central Park. 33, I should say 31 right now in White Plains. We're down to 27 in Sussex. We're starting to see some high clouds off to the west, trying to move in. So we'll get some clouds from time to time. Ample sunshine as well. 43 degrees by 10 a.m. and we'll climb into the low 50s. It's by later on this evening we'll start to really cloud up. Temperatures staying in the 40s, and then after 10 o'clock we'll have to watch those rain showers moving in. So I'm going to fine tune the timing of that because that'll have a big impact on travel for tomorrow morning. But as far as this morning, Lauren, at least travel weather, we are looking really, really good.
I like it. If you have anywhere to go right now, you're in for a nice drive. There's 2 accidents on the roads right now, and we will head over to the Holland Tunnel so you can't see it, but there is an accident in the Holland Tunnel. I don't even know. There's barely any cars on the road. So anyway, 1 lane is blocked. It's not causing a delay, but please use caution if you're headed that way. Then heading over to the Grand Central Parkway, coming off the westbound Grand Central onto the BQE, there is an accident on that ramp. So there are some delays, not terrible. Looks like all lanes are subject to closure and definitely something to keep in mind. Darlene, back to you.
Thanks so much. 5:01 right now. Now to our developing news in the Bronx. 2 NYPD officers in the hospital this morning after being shot. And the man who shot them is also at the same hospital. That shooting happened last night along East 187th Street near Beaumont Avenue. Today, New York's Romney Smith joins us live with the investigation as it continues to unfold. So, Romney, what do we know so far?
We know we're still learning more information as the morning goes on, Darlene. But for now, both of those officers and the suspect still here at St. Barnabas Hospital, just hours after that 911 call led to the shooting. Let's show you an image of the man police say fired those shots. This is 23-year-old Charlie Vasquez, and he is known to police with 9 prior arrests. Police say they got a call from someone reporting a man with a gun. They responded and approached the suspect. A few words were exchanged before that suspect shot and hit both officers, and one officer fired back while the other wrestled with the suspect. The female officer, who's only been on the force for 1 year, was shot twice in her arm and was able to fire back 5 times. The male officer has been on the force for 8 years. He was shot once in the armpit and was wrestling with the suspect. Other NYPD officers swarmed the area responding to help their fellow officers and arrest the suspect, who was shot a total of 3 times. All 3 were taken to the hospital for surgery. Top city leaders responding to the scene saying these officers exhibited bravery in the face of danger.
What we know about the individual is that he is a career criminal with far too many arrests, still on the streets of New York City, as we've seen far too many times. And I would point out, it would appear to me at this point that the community is doing their job by calling the police. We have 2 incredibly brave police officers doing their job and not complaining a bit right now as they're laying recovering in a hospital bed, eager to get back to work and loving what they do, serving the people in New York City.
You're taking a look at the black semi-automatic gun police recovered from the scene. They say it was stolen from the state of Georgia and brought all the way to New York City, where it was involved in the shooting of the 2 police officers overnight. We have to reinforce again, both officers here at the hospital, but they are expected to make a full recovery. Meanwhile, the shooting suspect is listed in serious condition right now. We will continue to check on updates all morning long and bring you the very latest. We're live in the Belmont section of the Bronx. Romney Smith, Today in New York. Darlene, back to you.
Romney, thank you. And also developing this morning, police are searching for the person who hit an NYPD officer with a car in Brooklyn. Investigators say last night the officer spotted a stolen car in a driveway in Canarsie along East 83rd Street. When the officer approached, police say the driver tried to speed away and hit the officer. That car crashed a block away. The driver ran. Police say the police officer is being treated for a possible broken ankle, but is expected to be okay. The countdown to the 95th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is on now, just a few short hours to go. And after no parade last year, there's a lot of excitement about the return of this American tradition on Thanksgiving Day. Today in New York's Tracie Strahan, she couldn't wait. She's at the beginning of the parade route, already causing a ruckus, I'm sure, on the Upper West Side. Good morning, Tracie.
I wouldn't call it a ruckus per se, but I'm going to let you know where the hotness is when it comes to the 95th annual Thanksgiving Day Parade. Orlando, my sweet friend from Macy's, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Tracie.
We've done this a million years in a row, so you're back to your pre-pandemic form. You keep saying, we're back.
Yes, we're back. We're marching down the streets of New York City, 2.5 miles, with an incredible parade filled with balloons, floats, celebrity talent, marching bands, clowns, and of course, the one and only Santa Claus.
It's like you never left here. We got Tom Turkey right behind us, of course.
Yeah, Tom Turkey kicks it off as he usually does and ends with Santa Claus. So, and then in between, we have an incredible parade lineup planned for all of the New Yorkers and the nation.
Well, there are some pre-pandemic changes that are going into effect this year. We know we won't see some of the younger children on the floats this year. What will we see? What's new and exciting?
Well, we have 4 new giant balloons, starting off with Ada Twist, scientist from that series on Netflix. We have a brand new Ronald McDonald balloon from McDonald's. It's a 5th iteration. We have, of course, a Funko Pop-inspired Grogu, otherwise known as Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda is coming into the parade this year. And Pikachu is back, this time with Eevee, celebrating the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. So those are the 4 of the new giant balloons, and of course new floats from Disney Cruise Line and Kalahari and Peacock. So many things to see.
We've gotten them through the Lincoln Tunnel safely. All the floats are here. I know every year people text me, and I know they text you, where's the best place to see the parade? So give us some of the secret spots, Orlando.
I think, well, there's 2.5 miles of places to see. You know, the parade travels through the widest thoroughfares in Manhattan. So Central Park West, 6th Avenue, of course, we march down from Central Park South all the way to 34th Street. So those are the prime spots. I would say, depending on what you want to do, if you want to get up a little bit early and head out here, you want to start at Central Park West. If you want to come in a little bit later, find a spot on 6th Avenue, and you'll be able to see the parade.
Orlando, always a pleasure. Happy Thanksgiving. One of my favorite guests. I'm working on getting a very special guest here for the end of the show that everybody can meet themselves, Darlene. But for now, we're going to send it back from you from the parade. We'll have a lot more to show you.
Oh, that's exciting. All right, Trace, we love Orlando. Thanks so much. That was great. A lot of great tips there. It's 5:08. Now, today's parade starts at 9 a.m. on 77th Street in Central Park West. It takes a left on West 59th before turning onto 6th Avenue. Then it heads down to Herald Square before making a right on 34th Street, right by Macy's flagship store. That's where the parade ends. You can see it all starting at 9 a.m. here on News 4 New York. Well, whether you're heading to your Thanksgiving destination this morning or driving home later today, you're going to have a lot of company on the roads. With an estimated 50 million Americans hitting the roads this week, holiday travel is back to levels not seen since before the pandemic. The traffic seen on the Long Island Expressway yesterday should not have been a surprise. AAA predicted the LIE would be the busiest road in the country on the day before Thanksgiving.
I believe it, and I can't wait to get off of it, to be honest with you.
Nowadays, travel is always a big question mark, so the more time you give yourself, the better.
That's right. The surge in holiday travelers comes despite rising gas prices. The average price in the tri-states, $3.63 per gallon. Now, that's up $1.50 from a year ago and the highest since 2013. Well, if your holiday travel plans include a trip to today's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, the MTA suggests use mass transit. The city's buses and subways will operate on a Sunday schedule today with additional morning service on the 1 line. The Long Island Railroad and Metro North are both offering extra service before and after the parade. And Amtrak is ready for that holiday rush as well. Amtrak expects to serve 800,000 riders across the country this week.
We're doing everything we can to make sure that all of our trains are running on time, that they're reliable, and of course, providing a safe, comfortable, convenient trip for customers.
Extra trains were running yesterday afternoon for the pre-Thanksgiving rush, and there was no shortage of people looking to get an early jump on the long holiday weekend. All right, besides the food and the parade, Thanksgiving is also one for the dogs. And after scaling back last year, the National Dog Show is back in all its pageantry. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the National Dog Show and features more than 200 breeds. The dogs will compete against last year's winner, a Scottish deerhound named Claire. The Buer Terrier will also make its debut on the stage this year. And while the show will have the best of all breeds, co-host David Fry says, don't forget about the furry friends at your home this holiday.
When it's all over, lean over, hug your dog, and say, you're my best in show dog.
That's right. The dog show will still have a smaller live audience than previous years because of the pandemic. They do expect more than 30 million viewers will enjoy the show at home. You can watch the National Dog Show right here on News 4 today at noon. That's right after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which, again, starts at 9 o'clock. Maria, you and I have two dogs. I feel like they kind of look like sisters. They're like rescue specials, though, which makes them extra beautiful.
They are the best. And I have more pictures of my sweet Kona than my kids on my phone right now, guaranteed. All right, let's show you what's happening right now. The radar and satellite picture, pretty quiet. Nothing on the radar. The satellite showing some clouds moving in. It's 41 degrees right now at Central Park, so really everywhere a little bit warmer than this time yesterday. Temperatures will climb close to 50 by noontime. Sun and clouds during the day. The winds stay light, though, so it's great from start to finish. But by late tonight, we'll watch those showers approach. So I'm going to time out the end of the dry Thanksgiving and the start of a very wet and windy Black Friday, and still have my eye on some snow potential here by Sunday. Very busy travel weather day, so we'll take a look at that and fine-tune that timing in the 10-day.
Sounds good. Thank you, Maria. Coming up, and all new this morning, the results from President Biden's colonoscopy last week, what doctors are saying about a polyp that was removed. Also, finding a taxi this Thanksgiving will likely be a challenge. What's driving that, and what airport officials say you should do to get to your destination?
You take the air train when it goes to Kennedy and Newark, but I'll help you out with that. If you're getting on the rails right now, subways are operating on a Sunday schedule. Major commuter rail lines are all operating on some sort of holiday or modified schedule. So definitely look into that before you leave. You don't want to get stuck out there on the platform for too long. We'll take a live look outside at the roads, which are in fantastic shape if you have to drive anywhere right now. Here's the LIE just outside of the Midtown Tunnel on the Queens side. Clear sailing here. Once you get into Manhattan, there are some street closures out there already, though, for the parade. I'll have more on that coming up after the break.